Let me ask you this. Are you really ready to get married, or are you just, I'm tired of being alone. I want somebody to come home to every single day. Now, this is the crazy part. Many of you ask for things that you really don't know what it entails. Like, it sounds cute. I'm getting married, my husband, my wife. I get it. It sounds good. Everybody wants somebody that loves them for who they are. But are you ready to handle the responsibilities that comes with being married? So you ready to get married, huh?
Man, you are really encouraging me, motivating me, inspiring me. But God is really using you to help me up.
What's going on, family? You guys are so amazing. It's your boy, Mr. AOS Inspires. This is AOS the podcast, the extension, Love and Logic, where we talk all things relationship. You already know our mission here is to empower the world to never give up, one conversation at a time, one interview at a time, one video at a time, to help you live life at the next level. On today, talking about something so significant. So you ready to get married, huh? So many people, I got 4 points. I'd be out your way, but I want this to be very, 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 hear me clearly, very impactful in your life. Why? Because so many people want to get married, but they really don't know what it takes to get married, or they haven't really thought about it. They think, oh, I just got somebody that I'm cool with, that I love, that I like, that I'm attracted to, and we just figure the rest out. No. That's where a lot of people go wrong at in marriage, especially getting married. They think, okay, the base of what I desire, they look good, we like each other, we enjoy each other's company. But I'm gonna tell you this, so many people that I talk to, that I counsel, this is what happened. They didn't do their due diligence up front to find out more than just the basics. I don't care what your favorite color is. I'll find that out later. I don't care what your favorite food is. That's not going to be a deal breaker, right? Because I'll figure that out later down the road as we begin to spend more time together. But I need to know, like, deep things. Like, what are your values? How do you see yourself? Big one, how do you see discipline with children? This is one of the things, especially with blended families. I'm going to talk about blended families next week. But especially with blended families, if you don't establish that up front, now, the truth of the matter is, everybody's not called to blended family ministry. I'm going to say that. It's a ministry. Everybody's not called to it. But I really want to help you guys out before you step foot and say, listen, I'm gonna get a helicopter, and I'm gonna take on a helicopter ride, and I'm gonna show her the city. I'm like, I want to give you the city, only if you would be mine. How would you marry me? No, before you set this extravagant proposal up, I need you to set up a conversation with just the two of you guys. Like, really, like, let's have a dialogue. I really want to find out where's your mental. Like, where do you see yourself in 10 years? Where do you see us in 10 years, right? Where do I fit in this picture? What are some things that you want to accomplish? Listen, this is what I want to accomplish. Many of you don't talk about that. You just think that, okay, this person's going to be on board. I remember when I got married the first time, right? We went through a divorce, and anybody that's been following us for a while, you already know why we got divorced, what happened, and everything like that. I went into detail. But I was a rapper when I met her, right? I was a rapper. I'm doing shows, and, I'm doing this, that, and the third. I'm doing music. I'm so thankful that social media, it was MySpace at the time, right? I think I still got a MySpace account. I don't know. But I'm so glad that social media wasn't as large as it is. I have one video on YouTube. You guys would never find it. But I have one video on YouTube, and I'm so glad that social media, because I was really, really out there. I'm talking about, like, promoting ourselves, promoting our record label, all that good stuff, right? But what happened was, I knew even before I met her, and even when I was rapping, I'm doing songs with, you ever heard of the guy? Of course you heard of it, the guy RL, the group Next. I did a song with him. I did a song with a few other big time names. I'm not gonna call right now, but that's behind it. Anyway, I knew that God had called me to preach, right? And I've always been a good speaker. That's why I was a good rapper. I was always a good speaker, but I was using the voice in the wrong direction. Now, what happened was, I think, we're married for 6 years. I think year maybe 4, or the third year, second year, something like that. I answered my call to preach. I stopped rapping, stopped doing shows. People like, what are you doing? Like, it was really about to bubble up. I was really, about to do some stuff. It's like, what are you doing, man? You gained so much momentum. I'm like, nah, I'm good. This is not what God wants me. And I answered my call to preach, started taking that thing seriously. Not too long after that, we got a divorce. So what I'm saying is I set that up to say this. When you don't have conversation with the person that you're thinking about spending the rest of your life with, like, hey, I think that God is calling me to do this. I think that God is calling me I think God is calling me in this direction. And you don't have that conversation because they may say, hey, nah, I'm just being honest with you. That's not the life I want to live. And at that moment, when you know for a fact what direction you're going and they don't want to go that direction, no problem. This is not the situation for me. Many of you are scared to say that. You're scared to tell them, like, listen, I love you. I value you. I see value in you, and I preach, but this is not conducive for where God is taking me. I'm not willing, and this is where a lot of people go wrong. I am not willing to compromise. Many of you are not mature enough to handle that, but I'm not willing to compromise where God is taking me for this relationship. So what you're telling me is, in order for us to be in this relationship that may or may not work, I can't do this thing that God has called. I'm cool. I'm cool in the game. I'm good. Right? So what I want to tell you is you got to be mindful of who you have, who you get into covenant with. I need to know this stuff. I got 4 points. I'll be out your way. The first one is emotional maturity. These are 4 things I need to know and have in line in order before I say I'm ready to get married. This is what emotional maturity is for those that don't understand. You can communicate, apologize, forgive, handle conflict correctly. That's a big one. And not run every time things get hard. I have emotional maturity. Now, I want to share this. You're not ready to get married. Let's put this addendum in there. You're not ready to get married if you haven't seen the person in all different seasons of their life. Happy, sad, angry, frustrated, I'm not going to say depressed because everybody doesn't deal with depression, but down and out. Like, don't see no kind of way at the end of the tunnel. So you need to see this, and you need to understand that in a marriage, and I say this, I did a short this week, I did a short video, marriage, like, you got to be able to compromise and forgive all at the same time. And I'm not talking about, I forgive you and it's about 3 months later. No. In a good marriage, you have to understand, I'm not saying that all marriages are like this, but you have to be able to forgive at a drop of a dime. I stand on that. You have to, because if you're not able to forgive on a drop of a dime, you will watch this. You will allow problems to keep on billowing up, and eventually it's going to billow and grow into a large issue. And that large issue could take your relationship out. So before you say, listen, let me position myself to get into a relationship to possibly get married, let me work on my emotional maturity first. Can I handle conflict correctly? Many of y'all, you get into a relationship, they piss you off, and the first thing you do is, I'm gone, pack my stuff, I'm gone. That's easy. That's the easy part in a relationship. It's easy just to leave. All right, number 2, spiritual alignment. This is so major that you have no clue how major it is. You both now, spiritual alignment, that I'm a preacher, I'm going to say this. The Bible declares to us that we have to be equally yoked. Now, I've seen relationships. One was a Jehovah's Witness and the other was a Baptist. I've seen them coexist. I don't know no problems that they have. I never spoke to them like that. Because the deacon that was the Baptist, he went to my church. I don't remember meeting his wife. I'm just being honest. But I don't know if that worked for them. I mean, because some people will stay in a relationship, but at home they're going through hell. I mean, it's like it's World War III at the house, right? But I want to say that we have to be spiritually aligned. Our core values have to match. Our beliefs, our purposes, and the direction you want your household to go has to align, right? Because the damaging part, so many people are not aligned or in alignment in a relationship, especially in a marriage, and you guys are going to two different directions. It's going to cause division into the marriage. Every single time, it never fails. So think about that. Write that down. I need to be spiritually aligned with the person that I've said that I want to spend the rest of my life with. The next one is a big one. Financial responsibility. Make sure that you're financially responsible, right? I'm not saying that you got to be the best with money, but what I am saying is make sure that you have a healthy grip on understanding finances. I don't need to get my check and I go buy some Gucci's, but the light bill is due. Now I have to get a loan. Now I have to ask some. No. Make sure that you're financially responsible. You understand budgeting, stewarded, debt management, and how to build, watch this, y'all, together. Instead of surviving paycheck to paycheck, it causes chaos. Every single time. Most people say that the number one reason why people get a divorce is because of financial issues. I'm not going to say that's number one, but I'm going to say that is one of the top tiers. Number 4, I'm out your way. Consistency and character. It's a big one. You've seen their real patterns over time, not just chemistry, words, and potential, but their actions consistently match their character. Until you discover that, truth of the matter is, number one, you're going to save yourself a lot of headache. Because if the person's character is not matching up, like you get into it and you mess around, they cheat on you. I've been through that before. Got cheated on, right? I'm strong enough to it now. Had you caught me in 2012, I would not, listen, I ain't want to talk. I was tore all to pieces, right? But, over time, wounds heal if you allow it to. That's a key, if you allow it to. But I should have, and this is the thing. You can tell a lot about a person's character because of the way their family moves. And be honest with you, I'm not tearing her down, but I should have seen that in her family when I first got married or when I first got with her. The family won't lie. We're going to lie, but the family is not going to lie. Check them, right? So don't be so quick to want to get married. Don't be so quick to want to change your last name because it looks good. Listen, baby girl, you don't know what you're getting into. Do this for a checklist. And if you want to, I'll do a big checklist. I'm writing a book about things that I need to check off. It's going to be a small book, maybe a $6, $7 book. But there's some key things outside of these 4 points that I really want you to check on before you say, listen, I'm ready to say I do. Because I don't want you to get to a place where you say I do, and then 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 years down the road, because you try to sustain that long. That's why it's been that long, right? But you've been ready to call it quits. But you've been trying to hold on for the kids because of stability or because I'm just trying to really make this thing work. And you're going through hell at home. Do the checklist. So you ready to get married, huh?
Let you know, man, you are really encouraging me, motivating me, inspiring me. But God is really using you to help me out, brother.